It's the Parramatta Eels and the Warriors in round 19. CommBank Stadium, the venue. A clash between two teams in the top 8. Also a contest chock full of milestones. Will Penasini's 50th game in the top grade, while for Micah Sevo, it's his 100th first grade appearance. He scored 83 tries to date. No Moses, no Gutherson, no Campbell Gillard, all on origin duty. But that man on screen, Junior Barlaw, is there, as is Jermaine Hopgood, after he spent the week in Queensland camp as Maroon's 19th man. To the Warriors, who, like the Eels, they have a record of 9 wins and 7 losses. Shaun Johnson was in doubt all week with his partner expecting, but he will take his place, and that makes it his 200th first grade game at the club, just the 5th Warrior to reach 200. Dylan Walker brings up his 200th first grade appearance, and for Adam Fanua-Blake, it is game 150 in the top grade.
Time you run, guys.
So in beautiful conditions, it's the Eels and it's the Warriors, and Super Saturday begins. And it's Luke Metcalf who takes it and gives it to Fanua-Blake. And gang tackle to start this contest. Parramatta on a 5-game winning streak. Remember, it took so long for them to get going. It was a wretched draw, and they copped some defeats early. But they're in their stride now. And Bunty Afoa, regular starter now for the Warriors. Wade Egan, the former Panther. Tohu Harris. Strong defence there from the Eels. Davey there, along with Hands. Nicole Cookster, the fullback. And the Warriors can't make it to the 40. A very good effort from Parramatta. Their line speed right on song. Johnson giving it the lot. And here's the new fullback, Sean Russell. First time in the big time. He's done it a few times in New South Wales Cup, and he's driven back by this committed Warriors defence. Let's send it down to our man on the sideline, Matty Russell.
Dan Blocker, good evening. It really is a glorious winter's night. A real contrast between the teams in terms of their last game, with Parramatta, 7 players in different roles from their last outing. The Warriors, identical to last week, all 17 in the same slots. Shaun Johnson, a milestone man, he makes kickoff, but he didn't run the ball last week. He did the kicking, Luke Metcalf did the running. Blocker, I know you love it when both halves run the ball.
So Parramatta now with Cartwright. Thank you to Matt on the sideline, as was put up here by Azzy. And, great catch. Great catch, Nicole Cookster. Pompey there, just ahead of him.
I'll tell you what, it's very important for the Parramatta side, and they've been good defensively. I know it's only their second set for the Warriors, but have a look at the line speed here from Parramatta. Imperative that they try and keep the Warriors coming off their own line. They've started the game well.
That is a shot. He played the ball. And Parramatta rewarded for their intense defence, as Watene Zelezniak has been wonderful this year. Makes a boo-boo, and this scrum will be only 20 metres out.
Well, it's the sort of start that they wanted, and if they're going to play well, the Parramatta side, going for 6 in a row if they can win this game. They love playing on their home ground. There's Sean Lane on the sideline, expecting a big impact when he does come back on the field. Obviously off with a hamstring injury, but he's back now for the Parramatta side.
That's right, his season started late. He had an injury from the pre-season, then the hamstring injury. They've hardly seen him this year. Former Warrior as well, played in 2016 for them. So the Eels now with the first chance to put points on the board. And it's Penasini to play it. Now comes to Ofahiki Ogden, regular starter the last few weeks. Hands the dummy half. Warriors jump quickly. Now it's Azzy. Back infield for Simonson, in the form of his career these last few weeks, and 6 more tackles. Hands, Barlaw. 3 needed to stop him. Meter from the line. Short side, Azzy, left foot step. Oh, and a obstruction, as he thought he had the first try, but it is an obstruction.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate there. They might have panicked a little bit. And there's a collision in the line there.
Well, Davey barrelling Nickel Klukstad. He's been deadly too, Dejan, has he? Since cracking this first-grade side in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I like that he wants to run the football there. That time off the left foot there, looked like he was going to score, but the collision on the goal line. The Warriors doing it tough to get off their own line here.
So here's Johnson running down the short side, linking up with Barnett, who misfires on the pass. Well, they're just a little off here to start the game, the Warriors.
Well, I think he was a little bit up too flat there. Martini that time. It was the quick hands up the short side. They had the numbers.
Gee, Sivo jamming in, as you alluded to, Block, and if the pass was on the mark, if Watene-Zelezniak was there, that was real trouble. So change over here, Andrew Webster. Not the perfect start from his side.
Get up together, Adam!
Cartwright, the flick. Now that is 6 more tackles off a Warriors hand, according to Adam G.
Well, you know what? I don't really mind that from Cartwright. We know what a good ball player he is. Flicks the ball out the back. They're lucky they've got the football still. Everything going Parramatta's way at the moment.
Lume was the man that played it there. As now Barlaw. He's had a couple of imposing runs early. 20 metres from the Warriors line. Madison charging. A 4 around the ankles. Tiny play the ball. Here's Hopgood. Keeps it going. Hands. Tries to squeeze through. Warriors back on their line. Barlaw. Not this time. So that will leave them with 1 tackle. Deep for Azzy. On for Madison. Penasini takes on Pompey. Misfiring Penasini. It's called a knock-on.
Gee, it's so important. I know they're missing their halfback here with the kicking game. So important to have that calmness and try and get a repeat set. It was rushed. Almost the impossible kick here. And Penasini comes off the side of the boot. The Warriors come away with the ball again.
He may have successfully argued he kicked it, but nothing would have come of that anyway. He was well hauled in as soon as he picked the ball back up. Warriors here on the charge.
Gee, that's a great start there. Montoya, what a great run upfield to set that set up.
Oh, big gap opening up for Ford, and he puts the foot down. He runs away from Egan, takes the tackle, but they're metres away. Warriors with their first chance. Here's Metcalf, loves running, straightens and scores, and it didn't take the Warriors long to click into gear. Luke Metcalf, 3rd try of the year. And the Warriors punish the Eels with their first chance.
Well, he's almost the most improved player in the competition, Jackson Ford. He's the man that made the bust here. A nice short pass. Penasini can't make the tackle. Ran away from his support, but the quick play the ball. And Metcalf, look at the footwork here. They just couldn't retreat quick enough. Look at the footwork, steps. Parlaw can't come across to make the tackle. And Metcalf, after the Warriors were a little bit unfortunate, only a few minutes ago up the blind side there, they had the numbers. This time, they don't make the mistake. And Metcalf, what an exciting brand of football they do play, the Warriors. It was all started from Montoya at the back there. The kick return was a 20-metre run upfield. Quick play the ball, they make the break, and Metcalf finishes it off.
Officially, just the second set they've completed, the Warriors, and they have a try. So Luke Metcalf broke into the side, round 13. Injury meant his Warriors debut was delayed, former Shark. And he got things going around 13 in Napier and has effectively been in the side ever since. So the Warriors absorbing a couple of early Parramatta chances and going up the other end and scoring. So here is Sean Johnson kicking at 79% this year. Should be well within his range and makes it a perfect start. Warriors 6, Parramatta 0. Now, a great cause being celebrated today as we watch this line break of Jackson Ford in slow motion. Boy, he's having a good season too. First here with the Warriors, the former Dragon. But every ticket sold today, $5 of that ticket going to the Daniel Anderson Fund. He's in attendance here. Of course, what a history with both clubs. He took both these clubs to a grand final. Much loved. That was obvious yesterday, that big lunch for him. They couldn't fit all the people in, and his family are here. A host of ex-players he coached from both the Eels and the Warriors here celebrating with him. So the great cause continues. We've got the try celebrations with all that money going to Daniel Anderson and Nathan Stapleton. So rugby league again getting it done. Now here's another encouraging start to a Warriors set with Nicole Klukstar, followed up by Harris. Egan for Fanua Blake. Almost slipped by Hopgood there. Barlaw with the tackle over the top. Johnson putting it up here, sending it towards Sevo. The chase of Wateni Zelezniak. Oh, he leapt Wateni, and they're claiming it's off the Eels, and they get the decision.
Yeah, just have a look how hard they chase here. It's like about 40 metres out, that bomb there. The crossfield kick, they've pinned out, well, they've picked out Sevo. He's knocked the ball on there. Perfectly weighted and timed there from the Warriors with the kick chase.
Look at the air on Wateni Zelezniak. While he mightn't have got it absolutely pinpoint, it was the desired result. So, 10 metres out, centre field. Chance to put their second try on. Afar. Big test for the Eels now. Here's Fanua Blake at close range. He scored a stack of tries this year. All contained here. For the decoy. Johnson getting it on as he's standing his ground, making first contact with Barnett. Simonson helping as well. Davey also. Now it comes across to Harris. Oh, he didn't link up with the man on his outside, so he has to go himself. 2 tackles remain. Comes to the open side. The halves combine. Pompey leaves it behind him. Desperate chase from Cartwright, and it's Parramatta ball.
Gee, that's a good sign there for Parramatta too. He had to do all the work to get on that ball. Cartwright, loose ball on the ground. They win that one, Parramatta. Gee, they hang on.
This game is quick block, and now Lume, the winger, with a great run. Still going Lume. Now all of a sudden it's Parramatta on the charge. Hands out a dummy half, but it's the start of a new set. Madison. Ogden. Punching out over 100 metres a game, the former Bulldog. Brad Arthur looking on. As it's shifted out. Marlaw to Davey. Only midway through this set. Hopgood goes down the middle and finds Ogden, and holding on was the fullback Nicole Klukstar. Encouraging though for the Eels. Hands, backs back as he sizes it up. Oh, it's left behind by Davey. And now Egan onto Wateni Zelezniak. He pushes away from Simonson, but Sevo does the job. Now the pass. Crowd wants a penalty, but the referee says just play it.
You're right, Dan. This is breakneck speed. What about the response there from the Warriors there? Egan scoops the footy up, gives it straight to Wateni. And they're up over the halfway line already.
Afar on tackle number 2. The conditions, it's perfect. The conditions perfect for a game like this, for end-to-end open air footy, as now comes across to Berry. As they open up this left side. Johnson first receiver at the line. Now Harris. Just happy to again punch it up and get to the 10, and he's so hard to put away. Still 2 tackles left. Johnson. Beautiful hands. Wateni Zelezniak and great tackle Simonson. Try saver. Now they lose the ball in the last and Parramatta hold on again.
Gee, there was a forced pass there too, straight away from dummy half. Barnett steaming onto the football. They would have been better off cutting him out there at the second man play. Here's the play before.
Nicole Klookstar with beautiful hands, but Simonson, the last couple of months, hasn't he been superb as we see the shady pass out of dummy half?
Well, they're the sort of tackles you're going to have to make, but the Warriors, what about their football side? Always at you, set of 6. At least 3 of them, they have a shot at you. Great defence there from the Parramatta side under the pump.
They had a 3-game losing streak early, or part of the way through the year, but usually they're pretty good off losses at bouncing back, and the signs are good for them, although they give away a penalty here.
You can just have a look at the players out there for Parramatta, taking their time for this kick for touch. A lot of blokes breathing in the big ones at the moment. Trainers are out there working overtime.
So Parramatta, we haven't seen them. It's a very different team tonight. The last time we saw them, they put the cleaners through the Dolphins 14 days ago on the Sunshine Coast. Warriors, obviously, it was last Friday in the rain against South. Comes out here, Barlaw. That's a lovely pass, and Cartwright threatening and just held on to. So Parramatta's turn to attack. Hand sends it on to Madison. Ran it 14 times when he was 5'8" against Manly. He's a ball runner. Cartwright for Hopgood. Shaky past that one. Play continues. Ogden, tipped over a little awkwardly. 2 plays remain. Keeps going left to Azzy. On it goes for Russell. The left foot step. Held on to. Finally played. Azzy placing it near the line and lost by Pompey. And that's probably offside, but it's a knock on. One way or the other, it's Parramatta ball.
He's a good young player, Azzy. He just looks like he's going to do something here for the Parramatta side. Good crossfield kick. Coming off that left foot a little bit earlier in the game. He looks a likely ball runner for the Parramatta side. They'll get the ball back here now.
Look at that. Warriors 6 errors. They look great when they hold on to it. And that one obviously in defence, that error. But unusual for them. Most they've made in a game this year's 13. So they're nearly halfway there. Simonson. Gee, it opens up. Bailey Simonson for the line. He reaches out and scores. Simonson is over. And Parramatta hit back.
Triple one.
Oh, we got a good one here. We got a terrific contest. And Parramatta a chance to tie it up.
Well, they've allowed Simonson to run off the scrum base there. The scrum in the middle of the park after the Warriors have made the error. They didn't come off their line to put some pressure on them. Have a look at them backpedaling. A little bit of footwork. They just got worried about the outside men. They didn't go at Simonson. He's good enough to score. Big, powerful fella. Gets on the outside there of Johnson. Berry has to come in. Look at that. That's a great try. Parramatta, as you said, we've got a game on our hands. They love their home ground. Simonson hits back.
This man, he has played now 78 first-grade games, but his last 3 months, he has gone up a level.
Well,
moved into the centres block, and it seems like that's home for him.
Well, I think it looks like he feels like he belongs here. They've put him out there and they've left him there. And what a great try, individual. Got on the outside of Johnson. Big, strong man. Showed the ability to reach out and score. Parramatta are back in it. What a game we've got.
This is a cracker. End to end. And just the 17 minutes gone. And, now the chance for the Eels to level the scores, and with Gutherson now in origin duty and Moses obviously unavailable as well, Sean Russell takes on the goal kicking duties. And that's not a bad looking kick but no, hooks it away. So hits the post, no goal. Warriors slender lead, 6 points to 4.
You're right, Block. Bailey Simonson having a fantastic season, showing us all his skills tonight. Here's the try saver. This would have been 10-0 Warriors had Dallin Watene-Selesniak continued his stellar season. So defensively, tick the box, and here he is, ball in hand, attacking. Bailey Simonson, his 9th try of the year. Congratulations. We know the Eels are averaging 35 points per game during this 5-game winning streak. They've been made to stay patient early on, but they're on the board.
Yeah, indeed. Only Cronulla across the whole season have scored more points per game. So nothing wrong with Parramatta's attack. Oh, there's a strong tackle on Matheson. Runner comes here for Barlaw, indeed. 5 in a row they've won here. Combank, last time they lost way back in round 2 against Cronulla. They lost the first 2 games here. Golden Point against Melbourne, and then a few days later on a Friday night. Here's Hopgood now. Terrific week for him. Spent it in Cairns with the Queensland team. 19th man for them. His time will come surely. Hands on the last, sending it to Azzy. And Watene-Selesniak pouches it, but has nowhere to go.
Well, the biggest problem here for the Warriors so far, I know they've looked excited when they've had the ball, but their errors, 6 errors already in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Montoya. As it's sent on here, Pompey. As it comes back in field, Walker into the game. So game number 200 for him, the former Rabbitoh and Sea Eagle. Oh, 6 more. That was on tackle 5. Oh, that could be a devastating blow. And now add another 6 again to the mix for Noah Blake. Here it comes to Walker, straight and almost through. Slip past Ogden.
He's dangerous around the middle with his footwork, Walker.
Hopgood with the tackle. Johnson slips inside hands, gets inside Ogden. Now goes himself inside the 10. 3 tackles left. Warriors looking to hit back. Harris. And holding on, Davey. And Russell as well, the fullback. Johnson delays, goes for it. Hopgood saves it. Over the top, Azzy as well. Last play. Comes to Metcalf. Kicking towards Pompey. It's off hands. It comes here to Ford, who's claiming it, but it's going up as no try.
Okay, Case.
Yeah, Pompey, does the ball go forward out of his hands here?
Looks for a knock-on off Warriors.
I think it's gone forward. Right on the spot.
Left side kick chases are onside.
Jackson Ford dives over. Pompey goes up for it.
So the only hope here is if it's all Simonson.
It's forward.
Adam Pompey knocks the ball on in the field of play. We have a decision.
I think Ford knew that as well. But it's a good catch actually from Ford off the rebound, but to no avail.
Yep.
So that should be a knock on in the field of play. And Parramatta's ball 10 out from their own line. And that's the way it will play. So midway point of this breakneck speed first half.
Yeah, 6-4 at the moment in favour of the Warriors. Gee, they've held on well, haven't they, Parramatta? Shown plenty of courage. They've stopped a couple of tries already.
Ogden 8 runs, 63 metres with his first stint. And now a penalty comes the way of Parramatta.
No. It's Mitch.
If they could win this, Steve Rhodes, this would be an enormous win for Parramatta to have a second game with so many key players unavailable. Yes, it's at home, but against a gun team, boy, it'd be huge for them. And a chance here to put some pressure on.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's good at the back end of the season if you can win these sort of games using The blokes who wouldn't normally play first grade. Great for your confidence. You know you can put them in and they'll do a job for you.
So Makatoa there. It comes across from Azzy to Parlo. Here's Madison dumbing. And taking on Metcalf, who needs some help there from Ford and Pompey. The trio combined. Parlo steaming down the middle. Looking for the quick play the ball. Early ball from Hopgood. Azzy for Davey. Gets a clip. Referee says Fanua Blake's shot was okay. Hopgood, the floater. Madison, the kick. Pretty well weighted. Montoya, work to do. Great scramble, Marcelo Montoya. And now, hang on. He's going to be made to play it again.
See, that was something a little bit different there that time from Ryan Madison. The kick in the in-goal area, perfectly weighted. Montoya, how good did he do? Get back in the field of play and then march upfield even a bit further.
Madison there, thought he had a dropout, but Montoya too good. Now it's Johnson on for Metcalf. Oh, Ford launching at the defence, wanting to offload as well. Now that might be off the Parramatta hand, but it's called the Warriors knock on.
Looking to offload to knock on off Jackson into a defender.
Yeah, I think you might even find that that's a loose carry, trying to offload the football in traffic. Ford. Is that a great start to the game? There's the error.
So that was hands in there, and also looked like Cartwright sticking his arm in, helping that one come free off the attempted offload. Well, Parramatta again inside Warriors territory. And it's Simonson, the try scorer. And again, they just give him a little bit of space. Actually closed down Johnson there and Berry as well. Parramatta have had more of it in the opposition 20. Azzy with the early dummy, then the run. 10-metre line just in front of him. Crowd made for 6 more tackles. Barlaw inside the 10 now. Cartwright wants it. Hands goes himself. 1 tackle left. As he poised. Slow play the ball again. Now as he pushes that one into the end goal. And a composed catch from Berry. Now the sprint to the 20. And the tap. Yeah, Mutenis Lesniak on his outside, but takes the tackle.
Oh, he didn't even look. I don't know if the call was really loud from clock start. He had him looming up back on his inside there. Don't they want to get on with it? The speed of the game is unbelievable. Win the penalty now. Warriors.
You've got to think, Block, at some point fatigue has to play a role here. Because it's end to end. There's just no break. So you can understand why players are trying to hold the tackle player down just to get a scintilla of a breather. And now it'll be the Warriors to get some ball in Parramatta territory. Parramatta's won the last 4 contests between these sides, all in Australia. Last year was pretty close, 28-18. There's Johnson sending it on. Fanua Blake to Barnett. Just his 7th game this year, Barnett. Had a nasty neck injury, but back as Johnson's pass, knocked down by Madison. And that will cause a pause in play before the Warriors get it again.
That's good defence there by Ryan Madison. Just coming up, playing out of position, 5/8. Come up and put a lot of pressure there on Metcalf that time. And the error's starting to mount. That's the 8th error there from the Warriors to start this half.
At least they get this one back. With Metcalf poised to feed it. Johnson on the right. Johnson happy to run. All week his place was in doubt. But he decided to play. His partner still expecting. Here's a strong run. Barnett down the edge. Up to the 20. Here's Johnson again. Now for Walker. Walker to Metcalf. Delays the pass as the numbers are created. And Montoya untouched. Warriors get their second. Beautifully constructed try.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? You can put it down to a Mitch Barnett run on the other side of the field. He just strided out of a tackle there, went 15 metres upfield. The quick play the ball. And they're all in sync, aren't they? The Warriors, the catch and pass, the second man plays. And look at that, they finally get the overlap there. Montoya, once he got the ball, it was all over. The Warriors, after making a heap of errors here in the first half, but how good are they to watch when it comes together? Metcalf straightens up. They got him for numbers. Montoya scores.
Metcalf doing some very nice things this afternoon.
Just watch the way he straightens up here, Metcalf. Just to keep the inside men alive with their defence. See him straighten up there. Double pump, that's a great pass, right at the line. Montoya sprints away. Look at that, great camera work. In full stride, scores for the Warriors.
We saw a real strength of his earlier when he ran it out from the in-goal area, and he's been terrific doing the hard yards, but that is his 7th try this year. And you see there, he's now got a little run going. So Johnson 5 in from touch. This might just open up in the next 12.5 minutes. As you can see, teams, both of them, starting, as you said, to breathe in the big ones. Johnson coming back. Oh, yes. Warriors 12, Eels 4.
Enjoy watching some fantastic Warriors attack again, but know that it flows from their defence, because Parramatta have a commanding advantage in terms of tackled in the opposition half, tackled in the opposition 20, but the Warriors have handled that, and Montoya is the beneficiary on this occasion. We know the visitors are having their best defensive season since their last grand final year, 2011. It's their second best defensive season all time under that man, Andrew Webster, and as a result, the points are flowing at the other end.
Indeed. Indeed, Matty. And now a nice little buffer in the closing stages of this first half. Fanua Blake, he's got a big engine, Adam Fanua Blake. That's his 6th run. Maybe the rain is their problem. Didn't score against the Roosters a few weeks ago. Last week they had their troubles, but in these conditions, and they're holding on to it, looking terrific in attack.
Well, I think they play so fast now, the Warriors. They used to be great mud runners. Now it's the exact opposite. Webster's got them fit, all playing.
Hello to our friends watching across the Tasman on Sky Sport. A great picture going around of a young Ben Stokes in it with a Warriors flag at a Warriors game. I think it was in Wellington. As here's a high kick, and up they go with Sevo, uncontested this time. Warriors' next couple are at home. And good chance that house full sign is going to go up again when they take on Cronulla and Canberra. And a good team to watch. Lume, former Storm player, 2nd game here at Parramatta. 1st game back in the top grade since round 1. Number 15, Joe Offahengawi, 4th game as a Parramatta Eel. Madison there. Now it's Azzy, kicking from halfway. Plenty of height on this. Never going to be a problem for this man, Nico Klugster. Pushing away from Cartwright and Makaton. Coming up later, could be a really tight contest. South Sydney origin affected against Canterbury, who look to bounce back after the disaster of last week. And here come now the Warriors with another opportunity.
Gee, we've seen a lot of get-out penalties from both sides here. I think you'll find that the Warriors have got at least 3 and Parramatta up the other end. So Seen a lot of footy coming off their own line, both teams here. And around about the halfway line. Watch how quickly the Warriors get into formation.
Harris, yeah, just working it to the middle. Back it comes for Walker, straight. Then linking up with Fanua-Blake.
Great tackle, Madison, over the top.
Well, he wanted to offload and he couldn't. Hasn't had one today, but now Egan's sprinting out of dummy half. Almost to the 20. Harris for Johnson. Out goes Barnett as they try and isolate Azzy. Protection, though, from Davey. Makatoa as it comes back to Johnson. Here's Walker. Little stop-start. There's Fanua-Blake. Oh, this is touch football stuff. Unusual there from the Warriors to get that one wrong. But still one play left. Metcalf goes deep. Montoya. This time he's got defenders to contend with, and he slips past all of them. Montoya's got a double. And the Warriors, oh, they've clicked into gear.
Gee, it was a little bit of slow motion stuff there. A couple of plays there from the Warriors. A quick moving defence there of the Parramatta side. But look at this pass. On the outside, is it Metcalf again? The beautiful pass. Montoya had plenty to do. Sean Russell was there, the fullback for the Eels, couldn't make the tackle. Little bit of footwork at the line. The shuffle. I think you'll find too, it was Penasini that missed the tackle there. Metcalf deep into the line again. Look at this, a little shimmy at the line, and then the left foot step. Penasini can't make the tackle. It was overread that time from Russell. Montoya goes in for number 2.
So the first try was on the right side, the edge, but it's been the left where they've profited with the Montoya double. Well, this has got away all of a sudden here. Warriors now with a pretty easy kick to make it 18-4. A few Warriors fans here on this very pleasant Saturday night. Challenge ahead now for the Eels as Johnson puts the Warriors up by 14.
Aren't they blessed on the flanks, the Warriors? Big, hard-running, athletic, jumping, try-scoring wingers. We know that Dallin Watene-Zelezniak leads them with 12 this season. Well, now Marcelo Montoya scores in 3 straight games, a double today. He's second on their try-scoring list with 8. So that's how you want your team constructed. Your top 2 try-scorers playing on the wings.
Yeah, indeed. Wait a minute, Wateni's. Hello. Let's go on Warriors. It's intimidating, isn't it?
I'm a little bit scared. Well, there's plenty of players in the Warriors sides that get in the accolades, and rightfully so the way they're playing. But Luke Metcalf.
Oh, yeah. They found one there, haven't they?
He's a player.
I mean, they've got Tamate Martin there too, so all of a sudden there's options. With Metcalf, terrific. Here's Johnson feeding it on. Barnett, well handled. 4 of them there. There's Walker. He's certainly made an impact. Now it's Egan with a dummy. Another run out of dummy half. They're lining up with Harris. Links up with Nicol Klokstad. Doesn't have the pace. Held down by Sevo.
Yeah, they'll go out to his wing here.
Sevo gets off in time. Last tackle. Metcalf sizes it up. Takes them on. Reaches out and scores. Luke Metcalf gets over. Well, this is a breakout game for Luke Metcalf. He is announcing himself as the Warriors' 5/8 of the future.
Yeah, and what about backing himself there, Metcalf? It was Sevo that made the tackle. Here's the break. He's a skillful player. Wade Egan, he's had a mighty game too. Harris in the first half, Klokstad, and there's Sevo making the tackle. He's supposed to be on the left wing there. We would have went straight out there. Look at the numbers and the space. Metcalf backs himself. He had to score there. Otherwise, there would have been a blow-up.
Takes some guts. Takes some gut. You got to get it right. He did though. 2 runs, 2 tries. That's a strike rate. And certainly keeps that one up and grounds it cleanly. Well, this is completely blown apart, this game.
They're that sort of side, aren't they? The Warriors, they can start to tick over the scoreboard. The style that they play. Well done there from Metcalf to back himself.
So, taste of first grade at the Sharks. With 7 games for them. He came here for a chance, and it was a hamstring injury that kept him out. But he is doing everything right, it seems. He's got his fingerprints all over this 22-4 lead. And more kicking practice for Johnson. They've scored 3 tries in 7 minutes. With 13 to go in the first half, it was 6-4. Now it's a huge lead. And it's now 24-4, and still 5 to go in the first half. By the way, rivalry not done with yet. You can still get some tickets for Origin 3. Now, ticket sales have been great, even though it's a dead rubber, but there are still some available. It's this Wednesday, obviously, at Accor Stadium. Limited tickets available. Don't wait till the end, because they're running out. So there you go, young man on the big screen at NRL.com, and NRL.com/tickets is the place to go.
Well, they're going to fix their middle defence up now, haven't they? The Parramatta side, Egan, also Toru Harris and Dylan Walker just carving them up now.
So now it's Barnett. This right now would be the Warriors' biggest halftime lead of the year. 18-0 against the Bulldogs back in round 11. Parramatta would be their largest halftime deficit.
Egan again.
He's just destroying them up the middle. This time taken in the nick of time. The kick from Johnson into the corner. Russell bringing it back. Excellent line of Warriors defence. Well, they were so tardy, weren't they, early, the Warriors, with their ball control, but they are slick at the moment. Back to the Clive Churchill studio. Once we're done here at half-time with Vonnie and the crew, and they'll start to look ahead to South Sydney and Canterbury. And look back at a blistering period here from the Warriors. Berry there with the tackle. Makatoa hitting it up. Parramatta have done quite a bit of defending in the last few minutes, and they're quite bunched there. Azzy this time just goes for distance. 24 for the lead, and this man hasn't scored yet. Monteni Zalesniak, their leading try scorer. Good field position though to start this set. This man scored. This man's got 2 of the 4. Montoya. And now Tohu Harris. You wouldn't know it, but he's playing through a knee injury, and that's been the case all season. There's Walker onto Johnson. Here comes Metcalf again, delaying the pass again. Pompey sending Montoya down the sideline. Brilliant hands there by Pompey as he just steadies and doesn't panic. Warriors looking for their 5th try of this first half. Johnson rolls it in, doesn't wait for the last, aiming for the upright, finds the upright. Metcalf makes a mess of it. Oh, first thing he's done wrong.
Yeah, I think he thought it might have been going to hit the upright there. What a great chase, Metcalf. We were talking about his pace. Knocks the ball on the last second. He was the first there.
I reckon it just might have got a little nick of the upright there, but Metcalf got himself in the right position. But just couldn't quite get that down. That would have been a first half hat-trick. That would have just been the cap on a wonderful opening period. Sean Lane in the game. Haven't seen him since round 11. Makatoa Followed up now by Matheson. And now the offload. Parramatta trying to keep it alive. Russell can't quite get back up on his feet. Now it's double pump. And the pass not hitting the mark from Cartwright. Hello, Montoya. He gets away. Comes to Russell. And Russell stands his ground. But the Warriors might have the last say in a dominant first half. And it's forward. Almost a halfway. It's a 0 tackle set as well. It might become important. And this is Bailey Sirinen, and a consistent performer off the bench. Patient here, the Warriors, with Barnett. Seen plenty of it, Mitch Barnett. 8th run from him. Johnson. Cut out for Berry. Azzy down low. 40 seconds left, but 2 tackles is what the Warriors have to work with. Johnson at the line. Oh, Walker straight down the middle. Takes on Russell and scores! It's a Warriors blitz! The Warriors are white hot in Sydney. They are going to get 30 in the first half.
Well, just have a look at how they engage the defenders here. They go right into the line, the Warriors. We already mentioned how important he is to this side off the bench, Dylan Walker, down the middle third of the field. But just watch him dig right into the line. They go right at the line. They do it so well. Look at that for a pass. Walker with a little bit of footwork. You can't really blame Sean Russell at the back there. He's got great pace, Walker. This will show it even better. Dig right at the line, at the defenders. Harris, soft hands. That's experience. Walker into space. Just ran straight in the inside shoulder. Then a bit of footwork there on the fullback. Too much pace. Doesn't he enjoy this one?
So game 200, Dylan Walker gets over. Premiership winner with South, long-time player with Manly. 68th first grade try. Of course, he was a centre in his early days and racked up a lot of tries there. And certainly played a big role in that first half avalanche of points, Walker, along with a few teammates. So the Warriors rack up 30 by half-time. It is stylish, it is impressive, it is all one-way traffic. It's the Warriors 30, Parramatta 4. Obviously a lot against Parramatta here with so many players unavailable. So here we go, second half is underway at CommBank Stadium. Parramatta, what they have in their favour is an outstanding for and against. So they might have to absorb a bit of a blow here tonight, but they've done such a positive job in that regard. They can afford a loss like this if this is the way it continues. Still 40 minutes to go here as Makatoa is collected. Now it's Davey. On the following play, off a Hengawi. His 4th game here at Parramatta. After, of course, it all ended for him at the Tigers with Leichhardt a few weeks ago against the Cowboys. Wateni Zalesniak brings it back.
Well, this is an era that they've got to be a little bit better defensively with their kick chase here, Parramatta. Wateni Zalesniak and also Montoya, they just get on board, don't they? You see them march downfield. They're back 5. They can make up to 50 metres early in the tackle count. So here they go again. That's a little bit better from Parra.
So Montoya more sideways there than forwards. There's Barnett. Good, strong, incisive run. 4 of them needing to get involved. 3 maintain their position.
Well, he's showing his versatility, Barnett. He's playing through the middle now. He started on the right edge.
Metcalf hitting the grass. No problem this time for Russell. 13th game of first grade. First time as as fullback in the top grade. Isaac Lume. Marcus Sevo now just punching it forward. A committed Warriors line of defence. Their one try scorer, Bailey Simonson. This is Sean Lane. He's lost that ball. And it's been cleared. It's Warriors ball now.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough too. The Warriors get the football. Lane just on there, just turned his body, tried to offload the ball. The Warriors come away with it on the attack now, about 35 out.
There's Barnett pushing away from Cartwright, but Madison and Davey make the tackle, but they just get it wrong, and that's a penalty. Dangerous tackle.
They don't look like they need much invitation here this evening, the Warriors. Start of the second half.
Yeah, Johnson's got ball in hand here. So Andrew Davies going on report.
Sean, wait, mate, wait.
So he's going to obviously tap it here.
Yep.
Adam G confused momentarily. So first chance here for the Warriors in this second half. Barnett's got through plenty of work tonight, almost to the 10. Centre of this CommBank Stadium is Walker. Has already scored one. Takes them on. Metcalf is on the left. Johnson out the back on the right. Boy, that's a slow play, the ball. Referee just lets that go. Harris, now Johnson. Nickel Cookstar buries quick hands. And again, one slips by Wateni Zalesnia.
So that's sometimes you've got to take the tackle there, Berry. Just trying to tap the ball on. Only the start of the second half here.
Yeah, that shades of how the first half began when they were just a little tardy. Matt Russell, down to you on the sideline.
Brad Arthur kept it really simple for his team. He said, make your tackles, complete your sets, kick well, let's see how we go. As for Andrew Webster, he said, men, we've got control of this game, but let's be ruthless. They want to go from their heaviest loss of the season last week against Souths into their biggest win of the season this week. It stands at 30 points. They achieved that against the Dragons a fortnight ago in Wollongong.
Yeah, they've almost got that covered here, Matty, as he gets it over halfway. Now McIntyre almost gets past, just held on down low by Sirinen with Harrison. Also Barnett there. The high one has Nickel Cookstar backpedaling, but composed as always. Lane there to meet him. Well, at least Parramatta have got the Warriors pinned here. And Wateni Zalesnia can't get it to the 10. Nickel Cookstar. We're yet to see Luca Moretti from the Parramatta side. For the Warriors, Tom Ale and Freddie Lussick are due to join this game shortly. Freddie, of course, a dummy half. Wade Egan has been superb. He can get through some big minutes. So Johnson's kick on the last with Russell. Straight and hard. We remarked on how many errors the Warriors have made. Really, at the midway point of the first half, they clocked up 7. Well, that number's only escalated to 9. So they've certainly fixed that part of their game up, and that's a big reason why they racked up the points at the end of the first half. Davey, meters hard to come by here for Parramatta. With Madison tucking it under the left arm. As he hoping for an unfriendly bounce, but that's not the case. Wateni Zalesnia.
Well, that was good play there by Bailey Sirinen to put pressure on the kicker there. That's so much an advantage for the blokes that are going to return the ball for you if you can put the kicker off a little bit.
So South Sydney, Canterbury right after this. Warriors, if this result holds, will join South with 10 wins and 7 losses. And then tomorrow, only the one game, but it should be a very competitive contest as Barnett down the middle. Comes to the fullback. Great tackle by Russell. Couldn't quite link up there with Egan. Now it's Johnson rolling it in. Sirenen coming through, but Sivo just batting it out of the way.
Gee, I was just about to say that was a beautiful pass again at the line. Barnett goes straight through. Look at that. Beautiful pass, wrong-footed lane. But the support just on the left-hand side there of Barnett. There's a couple of Warriors players lining up to score there. Had he been able to get him the ball. Sivo cleans up at the back there for Parramatta. But they're under the pump now.
This one certainly goes to 10. And Lane bats it back, but there in the right spot is Egan. See that a lot now, don't we? The team receiving the kick has players in the right position for the chasing player to tap it straight to them. Harris now over the 10. Warriors looking for the first try of this second half. Barnett first receiver. Johnson goes flat. Sirenen chopped down by Azzy. Egan. Barnett boring his way to the line. He's over. Barnett has scored. And the Warriors going on with the job. Terrific start to the second half.
Gee, isn't he getting involved in the game? Mitch Barnett. I've said it before. I reckon this bloke's an Origin player. Tough, uncompromising. The big bust originally there a little bit earlier. But Barnett always involved in the game. Here's the bust here, the pass. Beautiful flat pass there from Walker. Look at the support here from the Warriors. Takes the tackle, but gets himself involved in the game again. Good play the ball, quick play the ball there from Sirenen. And Barnett charges onto the ball. Looks like he was going to be stopped there, but somehow, there it is, gets it down.
Yeah, Adam G was in prime position there. So he knew once he pointed to the spot, that was almost certainly going to be confirmed as a try, which it has.
Well, he leads the way here for the Warriors in their running metres in the forwards anyway. 132 metres with 14 carries and gets a just reward with a try.
Stop-start career, got himself into trouble a couple of times, but when he gets it going, boy, he is a terrific player to watch. And as I said earlier, had that neck injury, which is the prime reason he's missed games this year. Feared he might have to retire, but here he is, flourishing. And Johnson makes it 36-4.
Mitch Barnett gets his first try as a Warrior. He's part of this growing depth at the Warriors. Look at him crash over again here, but consider the players that Andrew Webster will have at his disposal in coming weeks. Josh Curran to come back. Tamare Martin almost back. Marata Niokore, just one more game of his suspension to serve. Jazz Tavanga is there. And on top of that, the New South Wales Cup team had a big win earlier against Parramatta with a host of startling performances there. Andrew Webster has a lot of talent at the right time of year.
Indeed. Yeah, Marata Niokore is one that you would think would slot straight back in. So options galore. And that question about Tamare Martin, that's a fascinating one there for the Warriors, with Luke Metcalf starring so far tonight. And here's Barnett again. His 15th run. He has had 20 runs in a game once. That was a few years ago. On track to smash that little record. Walker. Metcalf. Now Ford. He's another one who's had a terrific night. Egan really has been keen to run tonight and has profited from that. So Johnson goes deep and high. Sivo just outside the in-goal area. That's perfect from Johnson. Sivo nowhere to go. And now Simonson rounded up here. Well, let's see how ruthless these Warriors can be. That was what Matty Russell told us. The message was from Andrew Webster. Be ruthless. Off and Gowie. Hopkins. And from inside the 40, it's Azzy. That certainly won't have the distance or the direction for a 40-20 as Monteni Zalesniak bringing it back, and just territorial domination from the visitors.
Yeah, another win for them too. Just watch them. There's a harder running back five in the competition than the Warriors. Just they get them off to a good start.
So Tom Ale joining the game. He'll be nice and fresh. With Walker now. Johnson on the run. Nickel clocks other quick hands. Too quick for Berry. He seemed to put that down forward. And eventually that's the way Adam G calls it.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a knock back there, but Berry gets his hand on it. Just partially overrun it. Yeah, it come forward out of his back hand there.
So Berry has been a regular in this first grade side the last 6 weeks, his 21st NRL game. So desperately need this man back. Junior Barlaw. First time since 2019, Junior Barlaw not in the New South Wales squad. Penasini from the scrum. Cartwright threatens to pass. Comes here to Offa Gowie. With Azzy looking to go on the inside. That was an audacious pass, but aided by the tackle on suspicion.
Coming in the 4.
Saying that he was tackled without the ball there. You're going to challenge it.
Close.
He closed the gate pretty well there.
Warriors challenged the decision of tackle without the ball.
I think all the Warriors knew where that ball was going. And Hopgood, the recipient.
Tom Ale makes contact with Jermaine Hopgood before he has possession of the ball. The challenge is unsuccessful.
I thought he hit the ball before he made any sort of contact there.
Challenge gone.
Mark's okay here, Case.
Adam G almost looks sympathetic there to the Warriors, but it's Parramatta with a full set inside the 30. Their last try was in the 16th minute to Simonson. Comes to Russell. Almost to the 10-metre line with hands at dummy half as he for Hopgood. And Offa Gowie does well to hold on to that. 8 metres out. Hopgood down the middle. Hopgood almost gets there. Oh, he must have been tempted to reach out. Would have been a double movement. Madison tries to come back against the grain, swatting them away. Now Russell. No panic from the Warriors. Forward one-on-one. Final play. Azzy. Simonson pushing away Berry, then miscues the kick. Johnson stands in the perfect position to block it and then slips the pass. The Eels didn't see.
Yeah, it was a pretty ordinary set there from the Parramatta side, not aiming up and really concentrating on what they should have been doing. They zigzagged in that set, made it pretty easy for the Warriors' defence.
So this is Ale. He's been a regular off the bench this year, having his best season, like a few of these Warriors. Like this man, Ford. Saying earlier, before a line break was made, great game tomorrow. Gold Coast Dolphins, really competitive that should be. Harris again, down the middle. Taken by Offa Gowie. Last tackle. Warriors here, moving it forward. Johnson towards the Wateni Zalesniak wing. Sivo lets him catch it. Then the attempted pass, but just can't quite release it correctly. It's a changeover with 25 minutes to play.
I thought they might have run the ball there then. The Warriors, they had the Parramatta side on the back pedal, Harlaw comes back on for the Parramatta side. Don't know whether he can do much here.
So we're going to play it down here for the Warriors. Just reaching out. This is Tohu Harris. So this, remember, he's had all those knee issues this year.
Geez, he had a game too, Dan. 140 metres.
That's about par for him, isn't it? This looks a bit more lower leg as we watch a replay to try and decipher what happened here. And hopefully he can just walk that off, but walking off now, Matty will check in on that.
It'd cost a bit to strap him up every week, wouldn't it?
You don't, they're sponsored by Elastoplast.
Pale face adios, men. Pale face adios.
So hopefully that's okay. Warriors don't need a dampener on what's been a terrific night so far. With some big games to come too, some defining games against teams they'll be wanting to overtake to get into that top four, like Canberra and Cronulla. Here's a great run. There's Barlow making an impact. As Lane, well, no one came with him, and he throws it straight to Berry, who's away. It's still going as he almost gets past Madison. Just not happening tonight for the Eels.
Yeah, I think you'll find Lane just trying a little bit too hard there. Berry, geez, got some good footwork. Cleans up there. Warriors back on the attack straight away.
So Walker on tackle. As on, he's getting up a bit slowly here. He'll just play it. So midway through this set, Vanua Blake with an imposing run. Lane down low. Keeping to the middle. Tom Arlen. Leaving the Warriors with one play. Haven't seen much of this man Metcalf in the second half. He puts in the kick and well cut off by Russell, and he stays in the field of play.
Yeah, he got on his bike there. You've got to give him a rap there. Russell at the back. Urgency shown by the Parramatta fullback. Just shut that play down.
Lume just crashing his way upfield as he gets into the 10. This is hard yakka here for the backmen of the Eels. Hennessini. Simonson barely over the 20 on tackle 4. They continue to work on the ankle area of Harris. Lane, hard to put away. Now Azzy allowed to run, getting it on the Cartwright, shaping the pass, and he lost the ball, and it's called a Parramatta knock on.
Well, he's in all sorts of trouble. Dylan Walker on the halfway line. He's calling for help.
That was a couple of minutes ago, wasn't it, where
a wrist problem or something. Looks like he's hanging on his wrist here.
So Pompey with the tackle there as the ball came free on the last tackle for Parramatta.
The elbow, dislocated elbow. Hope not. Been outstanding off the bench.
While we look at Dylan Walker, I can tell you that the captain has had his ankle strapped, and it looks like he's just given the training staff a nod of approval. He wants to get back out there. Nothing too serious. Good news for Tohu Harris.
Never knows how to give up, does he? 36-4. They seem to have this one in hand, but he just wants to get back out there. A proper leader, Tohu Harris. Now, this goes wrong. Bookstar there just stands there and takes his medicine. Vanua Blake got past off Ngowi and almost got past hands and got up quickly. Egan fires it out to Johnson. Room for the halfback. Now on a nickel Cookster. Berry gets it on. Here's Watani Zalesniak. And finally, he has a try.
Casey, I want to check contact on the right.
He beats the Eels. He takes out the cameraman and he gets the Warriors into the 40s.
Cameron might be out for 6 weeks after that.
He's tough. He got straight back up.
What about the try? Lesniak gets the try. How good is it to watch him? It was the footwork of Fanua Blake at the line. The quick play the ball. They get the numbers. Great to watch, aren't they? Again, Metcalf digs into the line. This time Berry with a perfectly timed pass.
Now, this is commitment. He's got the big camera in the left hand, but you can see him pointing and clicking with the right hand with no regard for self-preservation. This is tough. This is what the game is all about. Whooshka. And straight away, Dallin gets him up.
Wouldn't have been good if he grabbed the camera and took a photo of himself there.
Now, that would have been a good post-try celebration.
That would be a 10-grander.
Yeah. Oh, come on, yeah, we've got to get a post. They're up by 40. Warriors need to get a post-try celebration happening.
I hope they know what's happening. They've come across from the Tasman.
Yeah, maybe they don't. It's for a good cause, of course. What Teddy's on Les now. Most tries in a season. He's only played 11 games. 13 tries now. And I think it's 11 in his last 7.
Matty Russell might be able to run out there and give him a message to say, boys, come on.
Oh, we're hearing a Warriors chant here in Sydney. It's a fabulous atmosphere, even though the score is blowing out. By the way, Parramatta's worst loss at this venue, 38-0 to South in 2020. If he kicks this, Johnson, it's levelled. And that's a nice-looking kick, but straight into the upright.
Dan, a crowd of 21,696. I can tell you the 696 Warriors fans are enjoying this. They love Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. You're right, 2016 was his greatest try-scoring season. Oh. And there it is, frame by frame. Enjoy it at home. Well done, Snappy. That's a great collection. Here it comes. Dan, back to you.
Whoosh. Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
Didn't even flinch.
He's even got the timing right of how to push through the photos. That was perfect. Well done, cameraman. If you're doing the Dally M points, you should give him a point tonight. 40 to 4. The kick missed from Johnson into the post.
We've gone behind closed doors.
Oh,
yeah.
Freddie Lussick into the contest now. I don't know what music they'll have back at Fox Sports, but they'll have something special for that little. Oh, hello! Ball's come out from Fanua Blake, and it's going to be called a knock on.
Yeah, I thought he was always sliding down to make a tackle.
Collection of pictures there. But
are they going to challenge this?
So 18 minutes left here. Then we go to a game which threatens to be much closer. South Sydney, so many players on origin duty against Canterbury. And there's Matt Burton. Boy, they'll have a point to prove, Canterbury. It was a disastrous Sunday last week. It's an away game, but they are at Accor Stadium. So that coming up right after this, just across from here at CommBank. Penasini breaks away. Held onto by Ford. Parramatta, a rare chance for them. Off a Hengawi. Barrel as he gets over the 20. Now, all they're concerned here, off a Hengawi. Off a Hengawi in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, no, knee. So, let's see what's happened here. Falling and bent back awkwardly there. So, just got himself in the wrong position.
He just got his studs caught in the turf by the look of it.
And now checking the stability, that's always concerning. And that's the priority of the trainer here, trying to stretch this out. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, what a shame. finished at the Tigers in a blaze of glory, and just joining Parramatta, but in a bit of trouble here. Luca Moretti, the Italian representative, will join the game. Hopefully this is more precautionary, but concerning there for Joe Ofahengaue.
Well, the good thing is he's walking off or hobbling off unassisted, so don't imagine that it would be too bad, but anyway.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope. Luca Moretti plays 4th NRL game. Played 3 tests for Italy last year as we watch Ofahengaue come off the field here. Still Parramatta ball early in the tackle count. Thing is now what, we're less than 2 months from the finals, so right on 2 months from the finals. So anything mid to long term now is a real problem across the NRL. Paulo, 10 metres out. As he swallowed up. Comes the short side for Lane. No offload here. 1 tackle left. As he under pressure. Lussick putting in the chase. Not a deep kick. Russell comes up with it. Now he dribbles a kick. And it comes away for the Warriors. And Montoya will play it. Just not happening for Parramatta tonight.
No, it's been a problem. They haven't been able to force any real pressure with repeat sets on the Warriors. I don't think they're finished scoring yet.
As we continue to just work it up here. It was 30-4 at half-time. Tries to bun it by Tenny Zalesniak in this second half. Lume is stopped here. Warriors' biggest win over Parramatta, 48-0, Mount Smart Stadium 2014. So still a bit of work to do to get to that point. Either way, it's a very important result here. The forward against boost, tremendous. Here's a charging Luca Moretti. Good start from him. Sounds like he's got a fan club here too, as Madison tries the no-look pass. It's Fanua Blake there with the tackle, along with Sirina. Azzy towards the corner. Wateni Zalesniak gets his hands to it first and then helps steer it out.
I've got it off, Warriors. You happy there was no push though?
That's a little bit better there from the Parramatta side, forcing
Drop out.
a restart, drop out.
Well, they're complaining here.
One positive here for the Parramatta side is Sean Lane. I know he's made a couple of forced passes, but he'll be a lot better for the run.
Well, the angles we've seen, that just looked all Wateni Zalesniak, but one dropout coming. First, Warriors have had to put in tonight. Sirinen there getting up. And, oh wow, offside. What a G, ruthless.
Oh, well, that's a first for this season, isn't it?
If you're going to do it when you're up 40-4. That'll be a reminder to them not to make that mistake again. So Parramatta, another chance with Lane a metre out. Out it goes for Hopgood. Well contained by the Warriors tonight, Jermaine Hopgood. Anderson to Azzy. Azzy the delayed pass. Simonson skipping over one of the defenders, then getting past forward, then switching the other way, away from Lussick, almost through. Terrific run. Tackle made. Azzy. Hopgood. A Four. Strong around the waist. Back to the open side. As he's dummy. As he threw. Can't get there. Gets the pass on. And they do score through lane. Parramatta get their first of the second half. Oh, they worked hard for that, the Eels. But they get a try through lane.
Yeah, I think he's a big improver here for the Parramatta side. Ozzy off that left foot again. We saw it in the first half. Here's the offside in front of the kicker. Oh, really give himself up there, didn't he? Jackson Ford. Let's have a look at the footwork. Off the left foot, bang, show and go. Lane just stand there minding his own business. They can't make the tackle on him. Just falls over the line, Lane. He's about 6'6".
He's really tried hard, Sean Lane, since coming off the bench. Had he not scored, there might have been a question whether he was taken on suspicion, but in the end it doesn't matter. There's Surin there making the tackle, perhaps simultaneously, but Lane makes a bird of it. First try of the year for him.
I reckon he's done enough, has he, to play number 6 for the Parramatta side. It's exciting when he does decide to run the ball. He's probably been Parramatta's most dangerous player.
Well, Dylan Brown's out for a little while yet. 40 points to 10. Coming up, South Sydney. That's Alex Johnson looking quite relaxed. Rabbits against the Bulldogs. The halves of South Sydney. Big night for those youngsters. Hawkins and Ilias. That looks like Shaq Mitchell having a very good 2023.
Where's Latrell back?
After this game, they've got a bye next week, and the plan is round 21. Should be fit, firing, and fresh.
Can't wait for that.
And hobbling off there, Bailey Surin. So Parramatta just not letting this. I mean, the game's got right away from them, but they haven't been totally obliterated in their second half by any means. 2 tries to 1. Cartwright in a contract year here, 3rd year at the Eels, and starting second row most of the year. Hopgood. Now it's Azzy at the line. Lane again. Good signs from Lane. And his comeback game. That's a positive for them coming out of this this defeat. Azzy, short ball. Lane with the delayed pass. Haven't seen much of Sevo. The chip kick. Oh, almost hauled in too. Simonson couldn't quite hang on to it, and that'll be a changeover. Let's go to Matt Russell. You've got an update for us, Matty.
Yeah, great news for Joe Ofahengaue, cleared of any serious injury and sitting comfortably sideline. At the other end of the field, the Warriors are going to win well, but there are some injury concerns, as Adam G says, that the Eels are going to challenge this decision very quickly. Dylan Walker with that forearm wrapped in ice because he copped a whack on the arm. They can't clear him of a fracture until scans are done.
Kick chases are
wait on that.
All right, thank you. So it's a blow for them, perhaps. As we look here at Simonson going up. Now he's going
Bailey
to
Simonson
knocked out.
touches the ball before any defenders have touched him. Just looking to see if any Warriors player knocks the ball out.
So I guess the claim here is that Lussick has whacked it out. Or is it
Freddie
a loose
Lussick
carry?
is just making a tackle.
Yeah, loose ball
So
carry.
it's a loose carry from Parramatta.
Not their night at all.
Gee, you don't reckon he was going for the ball there, Lussick?
Hey, nice diagnosis, Dr. Roach. You thought the Ofahengaue hobble didn't seem too serious, and hopefully that proves to be.
Well, if it's pretty bad, they generally, you get assisted off the field, don't you?
Joe Ofahengaue, hopefully not out for too long, if at all. And that one's the more concerning. Dylan Walker. There's Fanua Blake. Another game well over 100 metres. That's the norm for him. Here's Tom Arlett. His 6th run. Nicole Klugstad, Phil. Johnson. Berry coming through. Oh, we thought he had a chance. It comes away for Watene Zelezniak. It's play on for now. And now it's 6 more tackles. So the Warriors looking for yet another try. It's Nicole Klugstad was running into a wall here, but still 4 tackles left. 7 tries have already scored. Johnson to the front man, Berry. Well contained by Simonson and Azzi. Lussick off the slow play the ball. Johnson, Afoa, Metcalf trying to escape Penasini. Penasini gets a helping hand. That was Hands finishing it off. Afoa down the middle. Out it goes to Johnson on the angle. Oh, delightful pass, but an even better tackle from Simonson, bringing Berry down. On the last, Barnett's just going to try and do it himself, and he does. All muscle, all strength. Mitch Barnett carries Russell with him over the line, and Barnett's got a double.
Well, I was just going to wrap Bailey Simonson with that tackle there, one-on-one on goal, but they just reloaded back on the short side. Barnett, one-on-one, almost impossible to stop that close to the line. He gets a double. Look at this for a tackle. Berry just players in motion at the line. Simonson laying a little bit slow to get back and then come up one-on-one. Sean Russell can't make the tackle on Barnett. They hit the front man. Good play there from Lussick.
I've got to say, Block, people are going to look at this score that mightn't have seen this game and just assume Sean Johnson went berserk, and he's had his moments, but boy, there's been some contributors in this game with Metcalf, Montoya, Barnett, the men up front. It's been a real team performance.
Yeah, I think that's just the style they play now. I was saying a little bit earlier how they all get on board when they've got the ball. There's no waiting for the next play with the Warriors the way they're playing now.
Now that Sean Lane play there is going to get him into a little bit of trouble. He's going to be on report for tripping.
He threw the leg out. I don't know whether it connected, but anyway.
And Johnson, he's had a target on that right upright, but this one curls in nicely. And 50 is still in play for the Warriors. So let's see if he makes contact. Oh, yes, he does. That is going to be a problem for Sean Lane. I don't think it's a significant punishment, but they've seen it and they've put him on report.
He might get a little fine out of that one, you think?
I think that's on the lower end of on the punishment scale. Mitch Barnett continues his wonderful game, and he's had 3 try doubles over his career. Of course, the bulk of it at the Newcastle Knights. Last time Warriors scored 50 was 2016. They got close their last outing here in Australia. They put 48 on the Dragons, but they've got 7.5 minutes to get one more try.
I wonder how hungry Barnett is to get a hat-trick here.
Lussick picking up really from where Egan left off. Metcalf at dummy half. Yeah, he might have 3 doubles blocked, Mitch Barnett. Doesn't have a hat-trick in the top grade. Arlett on for Metcalf. He's forward. He probably deserves a try. He's been terrific. Another set completed. And comes out to Johnson. And again, the kick lands deep in the Parramatta 10. So Parramatta, they don't have a bye now until round 27. They've got Gold Coast here next Sunday night. Then they've got North Queensland, which is again proving to be a challenge the way the Cowboys are going, followed by Melbourne in Melbourne. So testing little period here for Parramatta, but at least their gun players will be back.
Yeah, I reckon they'll be looking at the top 4. If they get a break in round 27 and then go into the semis and are in the top 4, gee, that's a big advantage.
Yeah. They'll drop to 9 and 8 here on the back of this defeat.
Simonson again.
Fancy you might get their players player out of this game tonight. There's a strong tackle there. Moretti as Lume lips. Not to it. Early double. Really was part of that that blitz that broke this game open. There's Pompey. Out of contract this year, Adam Pompey. He's played every game for the Warriors in the top grade this year. Vanilla Blake, tireless, 15th run.
Yeah, thinking back to the first half, was that 4 tries in 13 minutes or something?
That's exactly what it was. Johnson, again, angling to the right. Nice bounce by Tenny Zalesniak. And gets a fair bit on that, but Russell perfectly positioned. Don't forget South and Canterbury right after this here on Fox League. Tomorrow, Gold Coast and the Dolphins. The 4 o'clock kickoff there, the standalone Sunday game. There's Barlow rumbling down the middle. So that's Lume, who's obviously struggling. And this is Ogden. Azzy. Gee, doesn't stop trying this bloke, does he? Dejan Azzy. That time, he gets it wrong.
Get up there, son.
Not a bad turnover on the halfway line. Let's see what they come up with, the Warriors, and they attack straight away.
Well, this might be their chance to get to the half century. Bundy a 4. Metcalf turning it in. Vanilla Blake getting it on. Johnson, patient. Ale passing. Michael Cookstow running. Lussick looking to go down the short side. Barnett fancied his chances there, but that was Hopgood. And Hopgood too strong. Back to the open on the last. Johnson looking for a contest. Poppy coming through. He's got a leap on him. Oh, he had a chance to. Would have had work to do if he held on to it, but it's a knock on.
And Dan, the Warriors make their final interchange of the evening. You won't believe this. Tohu Harris hobbling back out there for Bundy Afoa. The captain wants to finish the game, and so do the Warriors. They've never put 50 on Parramatta in 43 previous meetings. Their highest score against them, 48.
Yeah, he is, not that it needed proving, but a warrior in every sense of the word. Tohu Harris, a proper leader. And confirmation that he should be fine next week, provided he gets through these 2.5 minutes. Big fortnight coming up. Cronulla next Sunday afternoon, and then Canberra on a Friday night, both at home. Going to really set their finals campaign up. They have a big couple of weeks. Here's Moretti bouncing down the middle. Now another potential intercept. This one, though, knocked back by Pompey, and Moretti too desperate. So maybe Parramatta can put some points on at the finish.
He's played well in a well-beaten side. Moretti just coming off. He's had a fair impact off the bench.
Ball of energy. Russell with the early kick. There's open space. There's no one back there. And the bounce is claimed here by Russell.
Casey. I believe we have a push on chance. Got no try.
Oh, saying that he's got pushed in the back. It looked like he was going to get the ball first. Clock start.
It did, didn't it?
Play's been cleared up to this point.
It's a tremendous play here. Russell kicking and pouring through. And if there's hands on the back, it's all over. Well,
Just looking at the contact of Sean Russell on Charles Nicoll-Klokstad.
This might be overturned, this no try, on that angle.
Well, I reckon Klokstad has changed his direction there to go in front of him.
Sean Russell
Yeah.
extends his arms, making contact on Charles Nicoll-Klokstad,
Barely a push. That angle there
which
was the
denies
giveaway.
him an opportunity to continue to compete for the ball.
It's
Fair decision.
It's a cruel game. You could really argue that had no impact, but hands on the back, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, Klokstad, but changed his direction there, as you would. No try, unfortunate.
There's a push prior to that.
Jeez, okay, so Sean Russell, that one taken off him. So, Warriors with the penalty. Tom Arlett, first to carry it up. 3 tries in this second half. Vanilla gets the offload. They can't stop the offloads now. Harris is happy to take it upfield. Johnson, Barnett, again as him, terrific tackle one-on-one. They really have tried to isolate him tonight. Harris on for Johnson, pouring through forward, but this time a welcoming committee there, but well inside the 20 with 2 plays left. Last minute of the game, trying to get to 50. Vanilla Blake offloads again. Johnson waits for the bounce. Berry, one-on-one Simonson, and Simonson, of course, makes the tackle. Last play, their last chance at the half century. And it goes to the air. Poppy again, up they go. Parramatta there to clean it up.
Drop out.
And it's a dropout, but there won't be time, and that'll be the end of the scoring. It is a big Warriors victory. Took them just a little while to get going, but in the end, a thoroughly professional performance, which is something we are growing accustomed to when it comes to these Warriors. They have beaten an understrength Parramatta Eels, and they have beaten them badly. Warriors get their 10th win of the season on Sean Johnson's 200th here at the club, and Adam Fanua-Blake's 150th, Wade Egan's 100th, 200th for Dylan Walker. Milestones galore and much to celebrate. Full time at Combank, the Warriors 46, Parramatta 10.